we'll just touch briefly on area lights. Basically, area lights enable you to get the best quality and the most realistic looking shadows, but they're also the most expensive to compute. So you should really use them sparingly and only in cases where you really need precise shadow information. So to enable the area light, we can just enable them on the tab. And now we have an option 4.0 to make it visible in the render. So say you're doing fluorescent tubing or neon, so it's set to cylinder. We can actually make it visible in the render, so you don't have to actually model the light if you're creating like practical light effects. So there's different types of area lights, different geometries, pretty straightforward there. And when we're actually controlling the size of the area lights, I wouldn't recommend going over a scaling of 10 by 10 because the larger you scale the area light, the more samples you need to compute the shadow information. So here, to resolve the graininess, we can increase the actual sampling to get a better quality result. One small tip to be aware of is if you look at a spotlight, basically a spotlight is the same as a point light, except it's being occluded on all directions except for one where it actually opens up. And because of this, you can see here all the information that's not in the direct light has to be sampled and smoothed out. So it's really advisable when you can to actually go with area point lights rather than area spotlights for performance reasons. Of course, you can see we're drastically changing the look here, so that's not always something that's feasible, but it's something to keep in mind is when you can get away with not relying on spot area lights, you're going to save a lot of time in computing the sampling. And that's basically the main issues with area lights.